Hello everyone, it's Helen here. Hope you're all having a lovely week. It's Thursday, so it's almost the weekend. So I'm just going to start off by doing a quick sound test, making sure that you can all hear me. We've got all of the bits ready to go for our part 2. So if you are there, please let me know. I'm streaming to, well, I'll check in a moment to see whether I'm actually streaming or not, but hopefully streaming to YouTube and Facebook. So I'm just gonna, I've given it a good 30 seconds to start going, and let's have a quick look and see if we're actually there. So if you are there, it'd be really helpful if you could let me know in the comments whether 1, you can hear me, and 2, whether I'm actually there. Obviously if I'm not there, I'm gonna get no replies, but then I'll know. So just our quick tests before we jump in. I've got everything ready here. So hopefully everyone has had a lovely week. It's been pretty busy for me so far, but I've got so much work done. There's lots of really cool things coming from me in the summer. So I have got, I think it's about 3 really big things. So I've been preparing for that. One of them I finished off this week, so I'm super excited about that. So again, let me know in the comments whether, oh, I can see Deborah, hi, from the Netherlands. Hi Helen. Oh, I'm so glad you like the PDFs. Did you still want the A5 one redoing as well, Helen? Helen asked for some lines, just some simple lined paper that she can print off double-sided. So those files are for everyone. They're in our group, Paper Crafting with Helen Griffin on Facebook. I'm sorry, Helen, I can't do any sneak peeks. It's months away. I think for the first one, it's another 2 months wait. But I can give you one clue, but it's not a sneaky peek. It's got fun written all over it. Fun. That's all I can see. So yeah, okay, I will do the A5 for you. So I'm getting comments now from both Facebook and YouTube, so I'm presuming that we're all good. What I'm going to do then is I'm just going to go straight into what we're going to be doing today. I should actually just check the live streams to make sure they're displaying everything properly. I'm believing everything's running fine. Just want to double check Facebook. And if Lynn, if you're not watching today and you're catching up on the live, hello Lynn, have you had fish and chips today? I don't know, is that just a Monday thing? Not sure. I can see I'm live on Facebook, excellent. And we're all good on YouTube as well. Let me know if anything glitches or anything like that. I am keeping an eye on the stream. So, right, that took about 3 minutes to get us all settled in. Yep, daughter's fine, Helen. She's back to school now. Hi, Jan. So I've got the comments way over there, so I will have to keep turning and looking. Right, so I've got my photo mats here ready. I've got my inserts, and I'll be giving you measurements for everything when we get to that point. So got the bundle here. I think the bundle has sold out because we only literally have one of this ephemera left, but don't worry if you missed out on this ephemera. We do have the toppers pack, and there's loads of ephemera type bits in here as well. We have the flowers, we have these word strips here. Now these were designed for card making, but anything that has card making on it as a kit you can definitely use within mini album making too. So that's what I see, card making kit. Oh yep, that's a mini album kit for sure. And we have all of these die cut bits here, so these all just pop out, so there's no fussy cutting. We have Tea Party here. I'm trying to be really careful because it is starting to fall apart, so what I will probably do is just pull everything out and then put it in a plastic wallet. And we have all of this beautiful gold ephemera as well, if you can see it. I'll just pop this one out here. It has the gold all the way around there, so if you missed out on the ephemera, definitely go for this topper pack. And we keep going back further. There's loads of things. I'm actually going to be using this a lot today. We have these strips here as well. It's going to be absolutely perfect for decorating. So I'm going to have to, I think I will just separate everything to make it easy, instead of trying to be very gentle with it. And we also have the stickers as well. These are quite thick stickers. I did actually peel some of these off. This is the A5 sticker pack, and you get 2 sheets of each design. They're quite thick, as well, so they're not like washi tape style stickers, they are quite opaque, so I'll be using some of those today as well. So we're going to be doing pockets. I'll be going through that in a moment. I know this Alice in Wonderland has been very popular, so do grab it. I know it has been selling through quite well. And then we have the stamps. We also use that on our inner cover here. And these papers, I definitely recommend 2 packs of these for a mini album. If you're making a larger mini album, then definitely get multiple packs. Right, let's pack everything up carefully so I can delve back in without making a big mess. On Monday, for those of you who joined us, you'll recognize this. If you are new, part 1 is available either on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel. You can catch up. It's easily marked out. You'll be able to find it. And this is what we made. So I've popped in a lot of the things that I'm putting in each page just to get me started. Now there's loads of different ways that you can decorate and finish your albums. I would definitely experiment with what works for you and what causes you less stress, I guess, less anxiety about making such a big project. So I personally don't take a double page like this and then decorate it completely to the absolute finest detail with photos and everything else. What I like to do is I like to kind of batch make. So I'll make the whole album, then I'll add all the papers, and then I'll choose the pockets, and then I'll add all the pockets, and then I'll get my photo mats, and then I'll decide where those are going, and then I will add the embellishment. So I'll go through every page and do the pockets. As you can see, I've slightly done this already. I've chosen which bits are going where, and I was also thinking maybe I could have a wonky pocket, maybe, because it is Alice in Wonderland. So I might, if that bothers you, don't do wonky pocket, but I might just trigger someone by adding a wonky pocket, but I'll do that. I think I will add a wonky pocket. So I have used the medium album to make this, and today we are going to be playing with the Midi album die set collection. So this is on the website. It's labelled as Midi medium album die set, and we're going to be using that today to play with it. This is the die set for the medium album. It comes with the page dies and the binding and a choice of other bits and bobs as there. It's literally just to get you started. Oh gosh, I need to glue that down again. So it's got everything in there to get you started, so you don't have to buy any additional die sets or anything like that to complete an album. There we go. Right, I think I'll just give this a quick fix now, because I will do that again. I'm going to just quickly grab some red tape. Sorry guys, but if I don't do this, I will have another accident. Just going to add some red tape there and trim that down. I'll do a big proper fix later, but I just need to get that secured and in place. So I'm just going to have a quick look at your comments while I fix this. Aha, that's a good question, Sparkles. This is from the place photo here, is from one of my very first mini album stamp sets. I have it here ready. I do have the other one, but it's out of stock at the moment, so I don't know when that's going to be back in. So I've reverted back to this stamp set here, which is the album collection stamp set. It's A5. It's got all of the days of the week, sorry, the months of the year. It's got loads of journaling points and other little bits and bobs, travel, as well as numbers. And here we have this place photo here, and it actually lives on this little block here. So I have gone back to this. It's kind of like driving a new car using my new stamp set. Going back to this one, it feels like getting back into your old car again. That's definitely what it felt like when I was playing with that today. I have linked that down below in the YouTube description. It's all itemized in the YouTube description box. Right, so let's jump in. I need to have a little swig of water first. Okay, I'm back. So hi Catherine, hi Lynn, good to see you've made it. What have you had for lunch today? I don't think it would be chips again. Hi Julie, and I said hi to Debbie and Sparkles too. So I think that is everybody. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Additions die set that I showed you earlier, which is this one. This has got loads of stuff in it, so that's what I'll be decorating this with. And then I like to get it to a certain extent of decoration before I stop, and then I like to add the photos, and then I'll carry on decorating, but I'll get as much of this done as possible. So this is the Midi Album die set Additions, so there's possibly going to be some die cutting today because I have got all of these pockets here. I've got the long pockets, I have a belly band, I have a little pocket. These all come with the shaped mats as well, and then these two bits here are mats for this little waterfall section here, which I'm just going to be using this as a flap today. So let's jump straight in. That's enough waffling. Let's tidy up. Made a big mess, I haven't even started yet, so I'm going to keep these off to my side. I know I'll have a big messy job to tidy up first, so let's start with this page here. Right, so this one is a bit funny because I have this little guy here on the toadstool mushroom thingy smoking his special pipe, and I've got this long pocket here from the die set, and I've already die cut this. So how did I make this decision? I thought, well, I'm going to have my pocket just here. Let's tuck you inside there. I'm going to have my pocket just here, right on the edge, just there. And I have this little bit of paper poking out there. So I thought I would match that to kind of make it almost seamless, like it just carries on. Now I could take another section of this teal and pop it there instead, but as you can see, the change and the difference from that to that is completely different. It really does finish that page off, and the pocket doesn't really interrupt anything, it blends in. So let's get that glued down first. So I'm going to be using the book binding glue. I think it's still out of stock, but it is listed for when it does come back in. I think I'll be ordering 2 or 3 bottles when this comes back. So I'm just going to add my glue just to all of these areas. The reason why I like this one is because it dries pretty fast actually. It gives me wiggle room to get things in the right place, but then it does dry pretty fast, so it's going to be really good for your 3D projects as well. So this pocket fits the height of this album perfectly, and then just to press that down, use a bone folder and press. And don't forget, there is 20% off SMC at the moment. Here we go, it's Simply Made Crafts this week, so 20% off your order. That is in addition to the VIP discount, so if you're a VIP you get an extra 10% off that as well. So that is the perfect time if you've been looking at the mini albums to get some bits to get you started. Okay, so let's get this glue done now. So this is sort of the fun bit. The fun bit does take a little bit of extra time as well. I just like the way that when you're making a mini album, it takes you through various different states of mind, sort of, as you work your way through, because you make your decisions on what kind of album you're going to make, and then you get all of your die cutting done. That can be pretty repetitive. That is simple work, so you can kind of think about other things whilst you're doing that, and then the proper creativity and thinking starts when you come to choose your papers and your photographs and how you're going to decorate it. That's where the really the delving in and that creative spark kind of gets ignited at that point. Okay, so I have my little pocket here, so that's going to be perfect for some photo mats. I have a 6x4 here. I have two 4x4s, and these are 3x4s as well. So the 3x4s are half the size as the 6x4s. So we can pop in maybe one of those. Or we can fit in a 6x4 as well, but that does cover that. But don't worry about covering things up, because you'll have, it'll be inviting having a photograph here that you'll want to pull out, and then you'll get to see everything that is underneath as well, which is why this side is slightly tricky, because you kind of don't want to cover all your bits and bobs up. So let's put a mixture of all three in here as well. So I've got my 3 little sized things. You can make them double-sided as well. And then we also have these side pockets here, so I have inserts for those, but we'll get to those in a moment. So I'm thinking this might be good if we could add a bit of washi tape to lift that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my little jar. Here we go. I've got a little jar of bits and bobs. I don't know why I have a random tea. I think it had, I don't know anyone with the letter naming starting with T, so I think I robbed something off the top from a key ring or a tassel or something. So let's grab some gold. Here we go. So I am just going to literally just tear that off and just pop that there. I can easily lift that up to add my photograph, or I can add my photograph above that washi tape. That will hold it in place even more. And then I can add another photograph here, and there we go. And I can add some more embellishments around here as well. I'm not going to add the embellishments yet. I'm literally just doing pockets. So just going to quickly look at the comments again. Oh, Lynn had a jacket potato with baked beans. I might have to have that for my dinner now. Debbie loves the wonky pockets. Oh, I'm not too sure about your question. I said teal paper. I'm not sure. Hi, Sharon. Yes, always build on your stash when there's offers. Definitely have yourself a little list of bits and bobs that you want to stock up on. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to the next page. So my voice is just all over the place today. I've probably drank too much tea. It's probably what it is. I know at like TV studios, I did wonder why they always had a mint. All the presenters always had a mint or a bit of chewing gum. So I had to ask, why do you always do that? And they said it helps to keep your voice clear. So I might have to take that tip. So if you've got loads of talking coming up, have a mint, and that should keep your voice nice and clear. I'll let you know if it works. Okay, so I'm going to be using this one here. This is also from the Editions die set, and I'm going to be using this. So you can make a waterfall element by cutting out loads of these, and then you can stack them and then add another one and then add another one. This will work better with the large album, so the Midi editions will work with the large album as well, but some of these elements are going to be too small to be put into the smaller album. But for this one, I'm literally just going to use it as a flap. Now I have here the page pockets that go in here, and I'm just going to quickly do a dry run. That goes in there and then closes. So we now have this element here. So I'm just going to add some glue just to the inside and then pop that in. Then I'm going to decorate it with some similar paper from here. So I think I might have to open up a brand new pack of paper and start cutting into it. So I want to kind of get this central right in the middle and then press that down. So as I've only got this glued in one way, I still have access to this pocket here, and then it's got this beautiful floral detail, which I'm going to leave as white because I'm going to matte it. So let's grab the Big Shot. I'm going to have to do a lot of moving about. My die cutting machines tend to live in a certain place, and that's where I do all my die cutting, so I do have to move things in for what I'm filming. So let's have a quick look at this album again. I think I'm going to go with the blue here, and the mattes that I need to use for this are in the die set, the Editions die set. It's these two here. So I can use this bigger one here to cut my matte, and this one here I can use directly on a photograph. So let's see if I have, these are all the scraps I have left from my first album, sorry, my first paper pack. I don't think that's going to make it. I am going to have to open up the new pack, so let's move these aside. Just grab the new papers right at the bottom there. Right, so oh, it's right at the back. That's always the case, isn't it? So you can either take this and measure this and then just use your machine, sorry, your paper trimmer, that's the word, or you can just use the dies that are included. So this is the larger of the two dies. At this point I don't really need any full sheets anymore, so I can just literally snip into these, and I can cut this little Mad Hatter out as well if I want to. So let's run that through. I've used this ever since I had started using dies, the magnetic platform. Can't recommend this highly enough, and I do love my sparkly sheets as well. It just holds things in place, so it's great if you're doing outline dies and cutting out stamped shapes. It means I don't have to use any washi tape. Sorry if that's too loud. Is that too loud? Let me know. I'm going to need to do 2 of these, so I might just go in and find that rabbit. Hare. Is it a hare or a rabbit, or is it one of each? I really need to read the book again. Just trying to find another piece of paper that we can use. There isn't too much choice because it's only like 6 patterns to choose from, so I'm going to choose afterwards. Once I've got that in place, I'll be able to visualize it much better. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of copier paper, you know, just the cheap paper that you get from stationery shops and things like that, just to cut my photo mat out. This is just a temporary thing. I find using the copier paper is really thin, so it doesn't bulk up the project. So let's get that glued in. I am going to have to move those in because, there we go, because it will slide off and make a massive boom. Sorry, my album's got stuck in my wire. There we go. Right, so I want to do some stamping on this, so I'm going to glue these together. I'm actually going to just go for a all-purpose stick. If you're using a photo though, get this adhered down properly. Like I say, you can peel these off when you put your photos down properly. Or I guess if you do use proper glue to get these down, you can literally just pop your photograph over the top. Although I highly recommend, if you are making this album for someone, I highly recommend you fill it with photographs and give it to them already completed, unless they love to do this sort of thing and you know that they'll have time to do it. Place photo here, and I'm using the VersaFine in Onyx Black. So I am actually going to use the wet glue properly just to get that down. There we go. That blends in much nicer now than having that as just a big expanse of white there. Let's get that glued down. Oh yes, that's right, Debbie. Yes, it can be quite noisy in the craft room, especially with the die cutting machines, but the minute you drop one of your plates, the noise. I think my husband's used to it now because he sits directly underneath me, so he's getting on with his day job and I'm getting on with mine. It's a bit of a bedlam when it's the school holidays, but we get through. Hi Nova. Yes, this will be available on catch up so that you can catch up later. Just going to check everything's still healthy and running. I've had no complaints yet about the things cutting out and things like that, so I think we're all still good. Okay, so there we go. So this is at the point, I think you've probably worked this out now. This is the point where you're filling in all the gaps, getting your pockets in and making all of those decisions. Like I said, this can take a little bit of time. I've tried not to do too much preparation because I kind of want to discuss how we move along and make the decisions. So I'm going to keep those there because I want to do this side here. So I know some people do have a little bit of struggle with making their little decisions here and there and how to complete the album. So I think in real time it's nice to see this being done instead of being edited out or just having everything ready. Sometimes when I do demos, I only get like a 10-minute time slot and I have to have pretty much everything completed. So it's really nice to just sit back and just craft. I am going to run this through again. I have decided I'm going to stick with the blue because that will have that continuity there. Oh, it's pretty bright. Let's turn some brightness down. There we go. I'm hoping that helps a little bit. Right, let's run this through. What you can do is make decisions in batch, so you can line everything up in your head and then do a whole bunch of die cutting, and then you can get down and do your sticking and gluing. There we go. Just grabbing another sheet of paper. Actually, I might just not just put a photo mat there. I might just want to decorate that and have a journaling spot as well, because it's underneath the flap, so it's a nice place there to put some journaling. I might just have to have an Alice in Wonderland themed party so that I can put photos in here. I think that would be pretty cool. But my thing is that my birthday's in January, so I wouldn't mind having a little garden party, a garden tea party or something, so that would be nice, but not in January, or not here anyway. I don't know, maybe I should have a second birthday in the summer. Are there any January babies here? Everyone's a party pooper in January. That's what I find anyway. And skint as well. It's never fun. January's not a fun month. Okay, so that is that page done. So what am I going to do here? I don't know yet, because I kind of want to have this detail there, and I don't really want to kind of cover it up, but that kind of looks good there. So I might just do my washi tape trick as well. At least temporarily it can be held there and I won't have to worry about it until I come to decorate. So let's just add maybe this one here. Gonna have it on the wonk. We can have wonky here. It's only washi tape, so I can adjust that. And then we have this page here that's done. So we have here some pockets. Oh, I might need to maybe even glue down that washi tape. So we have our 2 pages done now with our pockets and our flaps. So let's continue. So I have this one here, and I'm gonna do the same again. I think I'll cover the queenie up. No, I can't, because I've got that already. I don't want to add too much bulk to that. So these are the little decisions that as you work your way through, you're like, oh, I could do this, and then, oh no, maybe I shouldn't do that. So maybe I should put this little guy here instead on this one. Just audition your bits and bobs before you commit to anything. And then I can take this paper here and add it to this side, so there's continuity there. So I have this pocket, and I can put it just here. I think I will do that. So I'm just going to grab my bone folder. This helps with the pockets, just to really press those fold lines. And if you do have any questions whilst we're here, I'm happy to answer those. Thank you, Sharon. I'm really enjoying how this is turning out. So, and it matches really well with the large and the small albums that I've done already. So I'm really happy that I have a completed, or almost completed, set of 3 albums. So we're going to have this on the side. These will take the smaller photo mats, and I can even choose a colour, different colour. I don't want to choose a blue because it blends in. So let's have a quick look at, I think I'll be able to use one of our scraps here. I'm thinking maybe the darker teal. I think I might even go with that one here, this flamingo, even though it's supposed to be upside down, but I quite like that, so we'll do that. So let's get the mat for everything. So I kind of like going through everything page by page and then personalizing everything as you go along, instead of making a whole bunch of decisions at the same time. But after a few albums that you've made, you'll discover kind of how your mind flows with it. Oh no, where are my scissors? There we go. Okay, I want to get that flamingo in. Run that through. Oh, I almost put it down then. It almost got lost. Put that back. I think I'll just put this on my chair so I can quickly grab it, because I'm up and down at the moment. So let's bring the album back. If you have a ginormous table that you craft on, that would be absolutely perfect. You probably make more mess though. Take you longer to tidy up, but yeah, a big table is perfect for this kind of project. There we go. And then we can pop in some little photo mats. These pop in there just fine. I've got 2 of those. There we go. And then I can even add another photo mat here. I'm going to just, with the 4x4 work as well? No, oh yes it does. Let's do that. So I am actually going to chop up some foam pads. I have this one with a bit of dimension. So Helen's, oh, you're just like me. I'm also in a corner in my bedroom too. I don't actually have a dedicated craft room. I have a dedicated space, I have two walls in my bedroom mostly, well, 1.5. There we go, and then just double check that I can still close that. Yes, I can. And then I can have some bits and bobs here as well. So we'll get to that decorating soon. Right, let's pop this little guy in. Again, just add your glue just to the inside there. Now with the additions, I'm using obviously the Midi medium one, but if you have the small album, we have additions for the small, and if you have the large albums, we have additions for that too. That is called the landscape editions. And hopefully next week I will have a video out going through all of the different album sizes and which die sets go with each album. I don't know whether to do one long video of all 3 sizes or a separate video for each size. I will probably do separate videos for each size, and then I can go more in depth. So that will be on the Simply Made Crafts channel. So there we have our little Mad Hatter hidden, and I think I'm going to use this paper on this area there. So let's do that next. I will have to trim down my papers though to fit them through the machine. If I can find them. There we go. Right, the larger one. So this paper does have a direction, so I'm kind of trying to do the right direction for where the mat's going to go. Oh, Helen, you're so close to my birthday. It's the 9th. So very close. So everyone's discussing birthdays now. So hi Patricia. Oh, she's from Vienna. I need to scroll right up now. There's loads of chit chat. I will have to catch up on some of the chit chat afterwards. But happy birthday to everyone who has one coming up, or if I've missed one. Right, so let's get this glued down. Yeah, I was thinking about what I'm going to use for the inside of the album. So the inside of this flap here, I want this to be a continuation. As you can see, it helps the page flow when you repeat patterns and you have them split up by other patterned paper. If you kind of just keep a few repeats in, it just helps you know, merge it all together and makes it more pleasing to the eye. Hi Patricia, what's the weather like over there? The sun's in and out here today and it's not too cold, although it has been said that it's supposed to get colder again, which is a shame because I really want to get out and do some gardening. My courgettes, they're doing really well. I've sown them indoors this time, and they're pretty strong plants, so I just need to pot them up now into something a little bit bigger. Okay, so I've got my flap there. I don't think I'll have a photo on that one. Let's do this one here. I don't think I'm going to stick with that. I mean, I can always choose a different colour, but oh, see, this is the decisions, you see. Maybe we could put this little guy here on the inside, but then I want to have a photo there, so maybe that might be another choice if I do another one of those flaps. So yeah, you'll find that you'll have loads of interesting ideas as you go along, which does help not making loads of decisions at the beginning. What should we do? What should we do? We could do this. Again, I want the photograph, so I just need a little bit of background paper for that one. I'm just going through the pad, trying to find something. Or maybe I'll just have something interesting then. I might just have to admit defeat and have something floral there instead. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe do a photo mat here after all, and then another photo mat here, and then here I can have something for some journaling. So again, just sharing my thought processes, how I change my mind a lot as I work my way through things. So I'm going to use the bigger one again, and I like these little roses here, and I want to get the frame in as well. So let's trim that out. I should really get my big scissors. There we go. Let's use these. Aha, that's so much better. And I am sort of tempted to fussy cut that one out. Have that added somewhere. Let's get this down. The patterned paper, well, the actual pad's 8x8, but the mat is 5 3/8 by 6 1/8. Okay, let's glue that in now. There we go, and I'll probably try and add some more floral detail here to kind of mimic that, so it goes across like that. So I'll probably put a photo mat here and then add another layer of the flowers. Just like with the paper, it's good to repeat some of the embellishments so that they match, and if you put them in the right places so it kind of flows across the page, it really does help as well. Oh, Helen's had a delivery. Was that your medium album arriving? Yes. So have fun with that. Okay, so that is now almost done. Let's add a quick photo mat. I think this might be too big. We'll cover Mr. Mad Hatter. Maybe we can just cover him up anyway. Actually, let's make him disappear. We can pop him under there. We can do a 4x4. Have I used all my 4x4s? I have. I only had 2 of those. We could pop that there as well. I'm going to add, I think I'm just going to add him, add that over him, because I think we have used him in, there we go, we've used him here already. So as this is under a flap, I'm just going to glue it down. I'm not going to add any foam pads. So I've made that decision because I think it helps to calm down the page, and it gives me some more decorating options having him covered up. There we go, that covers that up, and then we can pop some bits here as well. So I'm not going to make any decisions about that area yet. And then we have our last page, so I'm going to add this here with some washi tape there on the side, or I could just add that, have that lift up. I could do that too, or we could go for a smaller one. So I've only done some basic photo mats here. There's loads of potential here to add loads more photos, and you can even add more pockets here as well. Let's see. Yeah, so when you lift that up, we have Alice there. So I am just going to add that with a bit of washi tape. And then I'll probably add glue under this washi tape once I'm happy that everything is in the right place. And there we go. Let's work our way back now. It's looking a bit bare still because I haven't started to add everything. So, and the more you stuff these pockets, the less things are going to actually, you know, fall out. So I am going to add a bit of glue to that. That's annoying me. I know I want that to stay there. And then I think we have one more pocket, a couple more things here. So let's get those down. Press these down really well. Again, I have other die sets that match this, that are kinetic, that will fit inside here. Any of the small album kinetic dies with the flip flaps and the flip frames and the pop-up thingy bobbies and the slide out thingies, those will all fit in this album too. So let's just pop this above the hair here, and we can even put that in on its side, so we can put that there. Okay, so I need ideas for next week. We have Monday. We can start a new album. So I have the disc bound album large that I've filmed the first part 1 for it. There's going to be a part 2, maybe a part 3, but I think I'll keep those for a pre-record and just have those go on my channel as a normal video. The photographs for that album, I'll quickly grab it. The photographs for that album are arriving today. This is the album, you've seen this before from the launch. This album here, that doesn't belong in there. That's from the small album, but as you can see, they all mix and match. I can't remember what I was going to say now. It's a work in progress. This is an album for my sister that I'm working through, so all of this here is already filmed, and then I'll be filming the rest of it once the photographs gets here. So she did give me over 200, so I am going to have to choose the most important pictures that tell the story basically. So let's choose some paper. I'm going to go for this blue again. Yes, Helen, the washi tape probably will come off in time. It's very it's like masking tape. It's very similar to masking tape. So if you kind of want it to go down and stay there, then I definitely would recommend gluing that down, because washi tape does come in lovely patterns and finishes, so it's a shame that it does come off. I'm just grabbing the mat here for that pocket. Will I get away with it? Let's have a look. Ooh, I might lose the tip of that. Let's break into one of the big ones. Is this the last big one I have? It is. So I don't know, maybe I could do that. Oh no, I've already got him on that page. So let's go for this. This has got a nice little area there where it's distressed. Let's cut this little madman out. So I am going live at lunchtimes at the moment. I used to go live on a Saturday night and sometimes on a Friday night, so do let me know which ones you prefer. I know there'll be some people that prefer the daytime one, so I'm thinking I could either keep, I definitely want to keep the Monday lunchtime, but do I keep Thursday lunchtime or do I do a weekend in the evening? I know as we're coming up to summer, people get really busy on a Saturday evening, so that might be even a seasonal thing where in the winter I can go live during the day more often and then have an evening when we go into the winter. I can't remember what I said now that would be useful, Nova. Is that about the washi tape? There we go. This still looks really plain. We haven't added any embellishments yet. Oh, put that away. We even have here a belly band. I might just add a belly band. Yes, I think if I have any more of this, I'll make a belly band. And there's no mat for that one, so I'm going to make that straight from this paper. If I can find the right one. I'm looking for a tall one with the hearts going downwards. I'm not going to be shy now with this paper. So many times that I treat this paper like it's absolutely precious. I'm not the only one that does that, but I'm really trying not to be so shy of it now, because it does look really nice when you use it and it's in your albums and you can enjoy it. I mean, that's why it's made. I mean, I am still tempted to buy a paper pad for playing with and a paper pad for just looking at. I think you, Helen, you've got loads of those die sets. You have pretty much almost everything already, so whenever I do a live, you'll probably have some of those bits already to play with, so you get a head start. Oh yep, I remember, Sharon, I know you used to come to my evening lives. I do remember those. If you ever wanted to see any of those lives, they're on the Helen Griffin YouTube channel. In the live section, there's loads of mini albums on there. That was all during lockdown. I was also actually thinking I would like to make myself a lockdown mini album, because it was a big change. It was a change that we actually really enjoyed as a family. We really enjoyed our lockdown time together. And just not having that pressure of going anywhere, not having visitors, not having to tidy up, no surprise visitors, things like that. So yeah, we really did enjoy our lockdown time, and we'd already, even previous to lockdown, we had everything delivered anyway, because we don't drive anywhere. We have everything delivered, clothes, food. So there really wasn't much change, other than the fact that we barely had to leave the house for things like school and work. And I really enjoyed doing the lives as well. There was just so much time to fit everything in one day. So I know not everyone else had that experience, so I do count myself lucky that we enjoyed our time. So there is our belly band. That's still drying, so let's leave that aside. But yeah, I'd like to make a mini album for that. So I'm going to stick this little guy here, because that was we got the chickens. If you remember, we got the chickens. There was like a 2 or 3 month wait list for those, and we'd had chickens previously, so we thought it was time to get them again. Are you out in the sticks, Helen? Ah, hi Jennifer. Just stumbled across the live, but yeah, it's so true, isn't it? One to look at. But yeah, it can be so easy to love our paper pads so much. I mean, that's why I guess I love the digital downloads, because then I'm not worried. I'm not worried whatsoever about using up my favourite piece, or if it's double-sided, I don't have to choose which side's my favourite. You know, it's all those little things. And then I can print out all of my favourites as well. Don't have to worry about running out of that. So I will probably end up doing a couple of lives where I'll be doing digital downloads as well. There's a few websites that I like to use for that. Snap Click Supply is one of them. I know one of you guys, I can never remember who it was, one of you guys recommended it to me. So, and that was recommended during the lockdown actually. Yeah, so for me it's the paper. As you can see, it's the paper that inspires the things I make, the albums I choose to make, and in what style and what sizes I go for. It literally, for me, tells me everything. It's literally the starting point. Gives me the inspiration to do it. Up in the lakes. That is in the middle of nowhere. Yes, I would love to do a live with the mechanism dies. It probably have to be one at a time, because some of them can take a little bit of time to make. Let's choose a mat for this one here. What should we do? We can have something upside down maybe. That kind of mimics that. See, I'm trying to work with my offcuts now as well. This is nice. I don't think I have enough here for that though. Loads of offcuts. This, oh no, you see, it points outwards. That's too samey. So don't be afraid to just audition your bits and bobs that you have left over. I might just do that upside down. It might look silly though. Maybe we'll just do that. Yes, let's do that. The butterfly will be upside down. I think it's supposed to be that way round anyway. Decisions. I know it's back to front, but the butterfly will be the right way round. And we'll lose a lot of that. If we have this at the bottom, this will be upside down, and so will this be, but it happens throughout the whole entire paper collection where things are upside down, back to front. I guess it's probably one of the only paper collections that you can get away with doing that. So let's get this one cut out. Oh, I've got paper scraps all over the place. I've just had a good rummage. So let's keep this guy at the bottom, down here. So yeah, I think that will work nicely. So Tony's a card maker trying to switch to scrapbooking, and I have no idea where to start. I can understand that it can be really difficult. I struggled to switch from scrapbooking to mini albums due to the size difference and having all of these extra pockets that you don't have with scrapbooking. So it is in itself, even though it's under memory keeping, it is in itself slightly different. So if you're a card maker and you can work from a sketch, you know, when we get these card making sketches and then you can add your things down, if you can follow a sketch, then you can definitely follow a sketch for scrapbook layouts. That looks nice. Yeah, I'll keep that. So if you're new to scrapbooking and want to give it a go, I would actually try a few different size pages first, like start with 12 by 12. Find a square scrapbooking sketch template thingy, and then try and get that onto your scrapbook page. And there's also loads of YouTube tutorials as well, even if you just copy the same layout that someone's made just with your own photographs as well. Definitely I think it's called scrap lift. You can scrap lift that and then give that a go. Always when you're trying something new, always create exact copies of what you have seen to try it out, and that will give you some more skill and ideas, because then your ideas flow from that, because you know how to do it and you think, oh, I could do it this way, I could do it that way. So definitely give that a go. Scrapbooking's not been too popular on my channel, so but mini albums have been, so there is that. So I have tended to do more of the mini albums. This little guy is going to pop in there. Let's pop you in there too. And then we can even have another pocket on the back page. Oh, look at this. Look at that washi tape. Let's get you glued. And then I can pop another pocket there if I want to. So I think you've seen me do enough pockets now. And I have these mats left over. Oh, look at that. I am going to have to do some definite gluing. Okay, so let's do some ephemera now. Let's start here. I might just delve into the actual ephemera that I have. I know it's probably sold out by now. However, I know a lot of you already have the ephemera and you're kind of wanting to know how I'm going to use it. So it may not be fair on the people that can't get hold of it, but I need to keep it fair for the people that have it already. And it's literally only just gone. So you need ideas if you need those. So here is the ephemera here, and I remember I also showed you the toppers as well. This is going to get quite messy. What does this say? We're all mad here. There, where's that Mad Hatter? There we go. I know that's going to go there somewhere. And we've got his hat as well. Butterfly. So here I kind of want to just mimic all of this. See, I don't want to compete with another figure, so it's going to have to be something generic, you know, like a flamingo. We're all mad here. That might go. I've got something itchy on my arm. I've just been scratching my arm without thinking of it, and now I've got marks. So if you're wondering, yes, I've got an itchy arm. These are nice. Bit too floral, I think, for Mr. Mad Hatter. Oh, how about this? We'll keep it time themed for this one. It's always time for tea. That might be good there. So just audition all your bits and bobs. Does anyone know the name of this guy? The naughty smoker. Got the cat. I kind of want to create a base, something else to pop this on. Oh, there we go. It's always time for tea. Yep, I'm sold. Let's do this. Let's pop this on here. Might use some foam pads too, just to give a bit of dimension. I've got this gorgeous illustrated Alice in Wonderland book. I just need to get it out and read it again. Where are my foam pads? You can tell I'm getting to the messy part of this because I'm losing things now. So did you buy 4 packets of cardstock, so the patterned paper, Helen? I think you'll enjoy it. I want to get a smaller version of these flowers. That'd be quite nice. Let's pop this in here. There we go. And then this is too big for there. I'll have to get another one of these little photo mats, or the 4x4s. That's going to slide in there. So let's take one of our other spare ones. There we go. Let's take this one out of here. Pop you in there. There we go. The more you put in there, the more they'll stay in place. So bulk it out to make sure they stay. I need something for there, so I am going to break into the other one now. I want to avoid figures because these two are the stars of the show. Let's get our toppers now. Oh, we've got stickers too. This is going to get very messy. We could have tea party. Whoops. This way. Gosh, 2 ephemera, 2 topper pads. You could probably have enough there to make another album if you have any leftovers. Right, let's move over to this one now. We've got loads of toppers here. So I don't want to compete with adding an extra figure. So let's see what we have here. Take this little man out. That could also go inside here too. Got all of these little cards, and we have these borders as well. Everything's falling apart, so after this live I'm going to separate everything and then pop it into a little plastic wallet. Keep it all there. It's not a bad thing that it's all falling apart. It just means it's not going to be difficult to separate. See, layering things up now really does add to that. Got some more gold foiling here. Oh, down the rabbit hole. This is a lovely emblem there. Then we've got the drink me. Okay, I'm struggling with this one, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it, move on. I'm going to do the next one now. I need something for here, so I'm going to pop that there. I think that looks nice. I'm also going to use a foam pad too. So if you ever get stuck and you're just willy-nillying around after a while, just leave it and then come back to it. There we go. So giving it that bit of height gives us that little bit of extra room there to get our thumb in and to tuck those in. There we go. And then I think I'm just going to leave this as it is. I might just add a tiny thing here. Do I have anything tiny? I don't know. Maybe the drink me. Again, this is very comparable to the ephemera. It's just on a thinner cardstock. So I'm just going to add this little guy here. But I'm just going to add, I keep saying I'm just going to add, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just here. So I can add this. And then I can still add my photograph there. And then that is there at the bottom. And then I can probably add some sentiments or phrases as well. You are entirely bonkers, but then all the best people are. This could go for here. Might just pop that there actually. That's a maybe. Team it with the hat. Although it's been cut out a little bit funny, so I'm just going to trim off some of this extra white. And sometimes when you're decorating, it's really difficult to know when to stop as well. So I think this is all about the tea party, which is kind of near the beginning of the story, I believe anyway. It's been so long since I've even watched the film. I'm sure I said this during one of my last lives. Mr. G decided after a few beers, I think it was during lockdown, he'd had a few beers on a Saturday night, and he decided at about 1 in the morning to watch the Disney Alice in Wonderland. Because he'd had a few beers, he was finding everything hilarious. So, because the film is pretty bonkers, the story is bonkers anyway, all I could hear was him almost falling off his chair laughing at all of the scenes, especially, I think the tea party. I think the tea party had in the loudest. There we go. I'm not too happy about this. I might lift this up and do something here, but we can jazz things up and fix things later. And I need something here as well, but again, I might do a photo mat. Let's move on. Again, I'm happy with the stage this is at. I need to add my photographs, and then I can add more sentiments, journaling areas. So this is now ready for me to add photos and then carry on with decorating. So I'll probably have something here. This is the flamingo page, or one of the flamingo pages, so we can pop another thing here somewhere. This little guy can go here or here on the edge there. We can, and this is also the hair as well from, I guess he's from the palace. So we're in the palace now, and we have the cards and everything, so I think that will look nice there. I want to add that with a foam pad, but it's underneath this bit here, so I'm going to just pop these guys on flat. There we go. And then here I'm going to have a photo, I think, a photo mat or a place for journaling. So that is that side done. I could probably fit something here as well. What I should probably do is divide all of this stuff into their own little story group scenes. So we have the Cheshire Cat, Queen of Hearts. She's been set off. So we have some more flowers here as well. So I'm going to come back to this page, I think. Oh, actually no, I'm going to pop this watch here, but I'm just going to add glue just to the border so it's not on the photograph, so that I can still slide my photograph underneath this. And I'm going to have it sticking out as well. As you can see there, it's not flush to that mat, it's sticking out. So when you overlay things, make sure that you have the extra interest by going over the edge. The same concept that I did with the stamping, I've gone off the edge. So that literally looks like it belongs there. And then I have something here, a space there for something. I keep saying I'll come back to it and we'll see. And just keep going. I can probably put something here. I know that there was some floral photo corners in the topper pack. Let me see if I can fish those out. Where did I see them? We could probably fit this as well. Keep smiling. We'll pop you in here as well. You can even pop photographs behind those. So what you really want to do is invite people to look under flaps and to pull things out of pockets, turn things over, and little things like that. Right, where is it? Where are those? Oh, here they are. Right, mental note for next time if I'm working with one of these pads for a live is to separate everything. So I have here some nice corners. And this little tea party also pops out as well. It's all gold foiled. Oh, thank you, Artful Stamping with Ruth. Oh, I think I'll just call you Ruth. Yes, thank you. This is a slow video because I'm showing my actual thought processes, so it's not one of those sped up things or where things have already been prepared. I know there's a few people here that haven't actually decorated an album and they're just wondering, you know, how on earth to get that done. Right, so I'm going to add this frame here. Again, I'm just going to add glue just to the frame so that I can still tuck my photo in. There we go. And I don't think I really need to decorate anymore. I do have lots of tiny little bits here and there. I might just add this here. Let's pop you up on a little foam pad. You won't find, I said this in my last live, you won't find me talking all of the time. Because if I did that, some of you will be leaving this with earache. Thank you, Debbie. Again, I kind of feel like there's space here for something. So Queen of Hearts, little Queenie there, needs to take a chill pill. I'm not crazy. My reality is just different than yours. Yep, I might just put that there actually. I'm not crazy. Well, actually, does the Cheshire Cat come after? Yeah, I think the Cheshire Cat comes after the scene with the Queen. So I might just pop this little guy here. Let's again just add a little bit of glue just to the border so I can still slot my photograph in. And I like the fact that he's kind of got all this space underneath there. It's kind of like he's in the tree. And then I can still slot my photo behind there. Yep, happy with that. Move on. There's lots of potential here. I still want to find a place for this flamingo. I can't remember what scene this is the flamingos in. Right, so we do have some larger ones here. And I don't want to use this guy looking this way, the Mad Hatter, because as with placing your photographs, if I place them looking out of the album, that is kind of where your eyes are drawn, out that way. I want things to draw the eye in this way to the rest of the album. So this Queenie here, she's pointing that way, but we've just had her on this page, so we can pop her somewhere. This one would be quite nice here as well. I need to get a photo mat here. I'm going to do another one of these photo mats and I'm just going to pop it there. Actually, I think I'll put this guy here. Yeah, let's do that. This is also from the editions. This is a frame. It comes as a two-part set from the editions. Let me quickly show you. Here we go. This is it. So then I can take my photograph. It's got stitch detail in as well. I can cut my photograph and pop that on there. So that is a photo mat. Do have these cups, so I might just add those cups there. That's a maybe, but I want to put something here, something big. I think, yes, we'll do that. We'll pop you here. Again, foam pads. Can use a big one. And if you want to add more of an anchor, by anchor I mean more of a visual anchor, so you can tuck things behind there or create another mat to go behind him. It just settles things down more onto your page when they're framed out and have things behind them. You know, say you could have the flamingo coming out of here, or if you have loads of foliage and other things, you can do that. I'm just going to add this key along the bottom. I'm going to use glue. I don't know how long I've been live for. You see, when you're doing mini albums, you can just spend all day just crafting. It's almost 2 o'clock, so I think I've been live for quite some time. Is it? Oh yeah, 1 hour 20. So let's just finish this off. Yeah, I'm going to add this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add another foam pad. I'll probably have to get another pack out. I've chopped all these ones up. So I'm going to add the foam pad just here. Add that there. And then I still have a place to slide my photograph underneath. So I'm happy now. I've kind of got my basic embellishments down, so I'm happy. I have more ephemera, and I would like to use this tea party here in a banner as well. So let's get all of our bits and bobs popped inside. What I haven't done is I haven't finished it, and I haven't over decorated because I want to get the photos in. And then I also want to add a little bit more ephemera that is suited to each page. So I'll probably separate all of these into the right places because there's loads of different scenes. And then that will be ready to finish. And I want to make some banners as well, possibly even add the tea party banner here from that set. So don't forget, there's 20% off Simply Made Crafts at the moment. It's Simply Made Crafts week over at Craftstash, and that's 20% off everything there apart from the brand new releases. So I don't know if that will go sideways. No, it won't. So let's find a home for this guy. Pop you in there. Right, so let's pop in our extra mats that I've made for this. So these measure, I've gone for this colour because I didn't have any light blue, so we went for this teal. So this measures 6 inches by just a smidge under 5 1/4. So if you want to take this down to the 1/16 of an inch, a 1/16 of an inch is 1/2 that's 3/16 of an inch. So 5 and 3/16 of an inch. And then I've got some tabs here. Those come with the medium album. There we go. So let's pop all of these into, where have I got that from? The bottom. Let's pop all of these into our little pocket pages, because we've created pocket pages, so now it's time to pop some things in. You can decorate these. Try and keep everything as flat and as possible. Get glue right up to the edges of your bits and bobs so it doesn't catch as you take them in and out. Don't add any sort of dimension or foam pads or anything like that, because it's got to slide in. So keep everything as flat as possible. Decorate them with paper. Add your photos. Add your ephemera, but keep it really flat, and you can do it on both sides as well. So that's going to slot in there, and I've created 6 because I have 6 pages. Those go in there, and this really adds to the real estate of your album. You can this means you're just expanding all of the space for you to add more photographs. This has come off. I'm going to have to glue that. I think that washi tape's getting a little bit old, you know. There you go, glued. Okay, so there's just a few more minutes left of this live, so if you have any questions, do let me know, and if I do miss any of your comments, I will go through the comments later and add them, or you can find me separately on Facebook, or if you're watching on the replay, you can leave your comments there, and I'll do best to answer your questions there. I will get a date for you for when this Simply Made Crafts Week finishes, so I'm just going to quickly grab up the special offers on the Craftstash website and find out when that offer finishes. The finishes on the 22nd of March, so that ends tomorrow. So you have till tomorrow to get your 20% off mostly everything in the Simply Made Crafts range. So if you want to stock up any of your albums or any nice paper packs that are still left, you can do that as well. If you need inspiration, check out my channel to see what things you'd like to make. And we also have the tassel and the pom-pom kit as well. That launched yesterday. here it is. So I could possibly even make, I think I might want to make a gold pom-pom or a tassel to go with this. So you get everything in the kit. Check out the Craft Stash YouTube channel for the tutorials for that as well. I know Victoria, she Crafty Heaven, she's got a lovely tutorial as well on how to make the tassels. But I think I will probably get some gold yarn, something nice and metallic, to work with this, because we have the gold accents as well. So but don't forget, the Simply Made Crafts 20% off sale ends tomorrow. My new collection, my disc bound, isn't included in that offer, so it's all the brand new stuff. Don't worry, Julie, I go quiet as well because I'm too busy doing the playing. But it just means I'm not over talking, which is always a good thing. So so which measurements again for the inserts, Helen? I think it is. I think that's what you're asking for. Let's give you some more measurements. Those measure 6 inches by 5 3/16. So if you don't want to work to the 16th, take it to 5 1/4 and just take a smidge off the 5 1/4. So it's at the halfway mark between 5 1/8 and 5 1/4, and that will give you the measurement there. Let's pop that back in. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off over the weekend, and there'll be photos of this, maybe even a final recorded video of a walkthrough with this album. And next Monday we're going to be starting a brand new album, so I'm hoping you'll be able to join me then. I haven't decided yet. I've got a few paper packs to work with. Let me show you. I've got here the Card Making Magic, the Paisley collection. This is absolutely going to be wonderful for doing a mini album with, and it comes with some papers as well. Here we go. So this would be better suited to the small album because these are 5 by 7. And another really good thing to do is to check out the magazines as well. This is Simply Cards and Paper Craft. I'm trying to find the number, but it's basically, like I said before, it's a card making kit. Any card making kit you can convert into something that you can make a mini album with. It comes with papers, but I think there is a download for that as well. So this is issue 254. So again, things like this are absolutely perfect for mini albums. So those are 2 paper options. So we will see. I've also got a load of Katie Skilton's stuff as well. A lot of her stuff is going to be absolutely perfect for making the mini albums too. It's basically just any paper collection. It's not really just for card making. A lot of this does translate really well and nicely for scrapbooking, journaling, traveller's notebooks and mini albums, so it's perfect for all of that. So thank you, Julie. I'm really glad that you could all join us today. I used to do magazine content, Helen. I was probably in, at some point over the last few years, I was in all of them every single month, but I had to slow down. It was a lot. So yeah, I've been in over 200 at least magazines. That's quite a lot. So it's hard work, but yeah, I'm glad I did it. I now only feature the Simply Made Craft stuff in the magazines, mostly die cutting essentials. So I'm going to go off now. I'm going to make myself a lovely cup of tea. I've got a bit of tidying up to do, and then some planning now for the rest of the week and for Monday's live, which I will get I'll get everything up ready to go again. So don't worry, Shannon, you'll be able to watch on the catch up. Okay, so I'm going to be off now. Don't forget, if you're on YouTube, the itemised things for today are listed down below. There is a general link to the Alice in Wonderland on the Facebook chat. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you all again next week.